by Harp. A little bit about me. I grew up in New Jersey.
Woo!
Nice. Not a lot of people stick up for New Jersey. My parents were Indian immigrants, but they converted to an evangelical form of Christianity. So I was raised to be a door-to-door preacher in the hood. Very interesting upbringing. My parents were actually quite devastated when they found out I had secretly taken the SATs, paid for it myself, and got a full-ride scholarship to Cornell University. They were devastated to this day, not because it was a safety school, because it meant I was forsaking my inheritance of preaching. But I think I've converted a lot of that energy into whatever this art form is. So recently I told my parents I was taking a stab at stand-up, and I found out that when you tell your family you're doing comedy, you immediately become the least funny person in the family. Everybody's got jokes. So before I even got in the door last weekend, my father opens the door and he goes, "Aprita, I hear you're doing stand-by comedy. They must laugh when they see your face." That's not a good joke. I said, "You dirty dog, I have the same face as you." He said, "I know. My apologies." Motherfucker. And he's actually my only motherfucker, I hope. Now speaking about my mom. When I got in the house, my brothers and my mom were playing a game of Jeopardy. They prepared it for me. It was very cute. My mom's very innocent. She doesn't really get Jeopardy. Is very complicated. The answer is the question. If your English isn't like tip-top, it's very confusing. The $500 question, what is the 5th digit of pi? My older brother and I are arguing over what's the first digit, how do you start counting? And my mom goes, "I don't get the question." And so he said, "Mom, just say any digit, any number. You have a 1 in 10 chance." And she goes, "11." There's so many misunderstandings I didn't know about my parents, and recently I've been uncovering them. There was this time period where my mom was very frustrated. She eventually said, "All the telemarketers, they keep cursing me off when your dad's not home." And then we were trying to drill into it. Anybody know the word kismet? Yes. Okay, yeah. Some people. It means fate. It's like a hokey pokey word. I think it's a California bro hipster word. Like when the Segway guy drove off the cliff in his Segway, somebody in the audience probably said kismet. So my mom was really frustrated, and I finally understand what this word means. In Hindi, if you say "Mari kismet," it means a curse on your fate. It means I fuck your fate. It's a curse. And it happened to be Christmas time, and every telemarketer at the end of their phone call says, "All right, man, if you don't want to buy a product, that's fine. Merry Christmas." You live in a completely different world. You have no idea what world your parents are living in. Another instance was, so I was talking to my dad, and all of a sudden we're talking about racial topics, because he's really bad at understanding the updates to language. Things have changed since I was a kid. He asked me the question, on the stop signs, there are all these signs that say BLM. I understand what that means. But what is the ACAB? I took that opportunity. I said, "Dad, what do you think it is?" And he said, "All cops are black?" And that's not the only time. I mean, when we're growing up, I remember my father, his best friend, his name is Kyle. My dad basically only has black friends, and one time he got corrected by a white lady told him, "You can't call him black. He's African American." My dad cannot pronounce African American. He says, "African American." Now it's changed, and you're supposed to say black, and whenever somebody calls his friend Kyle black, he corrects him, but he's not being aggressive. He's like, "No, he's African American." All right, everybody, thank you. That's what's up.